Here's a letter from FS. After hearing Keith's tales of his friend tour, it made me think of my buddy coming to visit. I visited Adam Brown and Fire Island, and that taught me maybe I can do some things on my own sometimes. My girlfriend couldn't make it. And then I'm like, all right, let me go on a tour here. I go to see, well, what actually happened? I went to see Brother Love. He said, yeah, stay for a week. I get there. I went, hey, is a week too long? And he goes, thank God you said that because I didn't tell my wife you're fucking coming. All right, this is the way I'm deducing it, but we'll ask him on the show coming up soon. So then I'm like, all right, let me change some tickets, only stay a couple days. Then he said, are you staying for football Sunday? Because that'd be fun. I'm like, you motherfucker, I'll burn this house down right now. No, I'm not. I'm going to Chicago to see my brother last minute. Went to Chicago. Ken Malley hosted. And then I'm going to L.A. in October to see my friend Craig. After hearing about Keith's friend tour, I've known my friend for a long time, but I'm not used to hosting anyone in my house. I live in a small city that has some walking options, and I have a spare bedroom for my friend, no kids. Keith, do you have a best host rules list? And can you list some good guest options? Also, in case my friend is listening. Oh, that's good. Let them know. Signed FS. What could that say? Fart in my sleep. All right. So I'm looking at a poll that we have. And Keith, I think it's so funny, by the way. If people think, does Keith know how obnoxious he sounds? Yes, I do. Who will be my best host? Craig has a chance of beating everybody. Everybody else already did their best.
You know what's interesting about this is this, high on my horse, I'm sitting on a throne. This attitude of yours of yes, now I'm not only going to crash at my friend's place, but I have paperwork. Like right. I already am predicting. Oh yeah, everything's going in the files, all of this shit. And what's interesting about that is it is creating a response that is saying, hey, Keith, come to here. I live over here. I have a spare bedroom. Mm-hmm. So now people want to be judged.
Because they know that I judge fairly. You know, Brother Love didn't tell his wife. That's minus a lot of points. But at the same time, he took me to a rehearsal. You feel special. I see him live on stage. That's a hoot.
It's more like if you can host Keith, you can host anyone, you know?
But with that said, I think I'm an easy guest.
It's like New York. If you can make it here. Yes, New York is fantastic.
Right.
You know, it has everything. But
just ask your question though, or move. I'm busy.
Exactly.
Like that. Yeah, sure. I get it.
Okay, so you actually have a list of how to be a good host?
I'll have to think about that, but I will say who will be the best host. What did the audience vote? Adam Brown is at 27% right now.
And Craig is second.
Now, he was a lot of fun. Kids were running around, but it doesn't bother me per se. But at the same time, I'd rather people weren't crying around me and a dad had to take care of it. I'd rather that didn't happen. But, he walked me everywhere on the beach, even though the beach was, 5 minutes all the way around.
He walked you to the beach?
He walked me everywhere, sure. He knows I wouldn't find my way back. That was sweet. We connected, meaning we talked about the personal issues. I like talking about deep shit. So you got 27%. Brother Love got 0%.
Wow.
Ken Malley, 18%. I loved Ken's electric bike, but I didn't like that, quite frankly. Even though he put out a scheduled list, we have to do this at this time, that at that time. Some of them were $50 down payments for a dinner. I'm the one who paid for everything. That costs a lot of points. Not a thank you. That's what cost the points. Not a thank you. And I worry that sounds petty, but you notice it the first time, you really notice it the second time, and your third time you're like, oh, this is assumed, and it's fine. I'm staying at your place. It's sincerely fine, but it makes me wonder if you know that money was exchanged.
I know what you mean. It's like someone's treating you. What's an appropriate response? You don't want to be like, thank you. And then you send that amount of money and flowers the next day. And it's like, well, now I got to take you out again to make up for those flowers. And this is never ending. And no one's really thanking each other. We're all just trying to get even again.
And you also never know what's going to take points away and what's not going to take points away. He did buy, I guess because I'm from New York, a cheesecake Got it from the Cheesecake Factory. It's some kind of shit raspberry in it. It was horrible. But okay, that's a nice gesture. But he's like, oh, I thought we were gonna like eat the cake all week together or something. I'm like, well, I'm sorry. And he goes, oh, it's $60. I'm like, I don't owe you that.
Now, okay, so I like this point system. I think it's fair. I think like everyone knows who they're inviting over to their house. And I'm gonna vote for Craig, right? I think Craig's gonna do a fantastic job.
Craig is at 55%
I get why. I get why.
because it didn't
But
happen.
yeah, but I would like to take away a half a star if we're basing it on a 5-star system, not because I'm not voting for Craig, not because I think he won't do a good job, but because this is unfair. Craig has 2 weeks of, and now you're giving a list of how to be a good host. Like, brother love, you were calling from the airport going like, is it cool if I come over? I know you live in a different state. And he's like, yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be cool. And then like adults came in and go, like, okay, you didn't schedule playtime, but I guess, sure.
Is he losing a point because it's not fair? He has so much more time, or is he losing a point because he has so much more time? Will he take advantage of it? And how could he? He can't.
I think he can because just from this conversation, he knows to say thank you if you pay for anything. We know you're like, look at this. Mimi Cherry's writing it again. Make it a Kickstarter level. Keith will come to your house and score you as a host. It's Hunger Games of best friends hosting between Craig and Adam.
Well, I'll answer this guy. Farts in my sleep. I think, the way I would want to be a host is the same way it's the same way I would want me acting if I was a guest. And you ask me, hey, you want to do something today? I'm okay if you say no. And then if you have an idea, say it. You're okay if I say no. We do it or we don't. We watch TV or if we don't. You're on a phone call. I go to the other room. No questions asked. You insist on me staying if you want me to hear your phone call. That's it. And promise yourself that I'm fine. I'm working on something in the room. I'm just laying there. I'm not feeling like I'm wasting my time. To me, the vacation is not being in front of my home computer, is not being access to newspapers. That's the vacation. You're a bonus. You're a big bonus.
Okay, I think a good question is food. Because when I go to, let's say, my brother's places, they go, we're going to go to the supermarket anyway. You're not taking us out of the way. What can we pick you up? We're going to, like, let's say, Trader Joe's, Costco, whatever they say, or like, what are you these days? Mostly meat or whatever. What do you think? Should the fridge be somewhat stocked for the person coming over?
No.
No.
It's unnecessary. It's sweet. If you do it, it's unnecessary. When I get there, we'll go somewhere to eat, or we'll go to the grocery store together. Let us go together so that I pay things for you too. And that's it. You don't know what I like. Apparently, how the fuck would you know?
I like going to the grocery store together. I didn't really think of that.
Yeah.
Because then, yeah, you could pay for it. And it's like I did feel bad. One time I went over to my brother's Andrew's while he was living in San Francisco. And his wife was wonderful. Like, what could we bring for you? And they're vegetarian household. So I kept it vegetarian, not a problem, from Trader Joe's. I said, I usually get this, 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 and this. And it happened to be, I didn't eat most of it because we're out with the kids and you guys made food and blah, blah, blah. And I felt so bad. Now they have the stuff that I like in their fridge. You got to get, like, that's not a thing, right?
And then what? Like, what am I going to ask? You don't want to be specific, or you're an asshole, I think. So we just hoping for the orange juice you like? Well, it's got to be fresh orange juice, and not Tropicana. It's somehow legally saying it's fresh orange juice. Freshly squeezed, only one ingredient. Well, you should be in prison. And why did my friend buy that? Now my friend's an idiot. He wasted money, and I didn't get what I wanted. No, we'll go together.
So what about if people ask you, what do you want? So, yeah, I guess if you're willing to go as a fun thing to the supermarket. Okay.
Yeah, or I can also go by myself to the supermarket.
Okay.
I can realize that it's too far to walk and lower score for your town, I suppose, but...
Does your town score affect your personal score as a host.
Yes, yes, it does.
Oh
Yes.
shit. Okay.
Just a
But
little
you
bit.
are the
Just a
one
little
who
bit.
opted to go there.
Sure, yeah.
Well, you got to go there to see them, right?
Well, I'll tell you what. Like, Brother Love doesn't live in town, which is just party central. I wouldn't really care. But you do need a car to go places. But I arrived at his house first. He says, here, the keys to the house are over here, and the keys to the car, if you want, are over here. And I'm like, all right, you just forgave the shitty city points.
I see.
Good for you. Good for you. Good for you. All that's noted.
Will there be scored cards? They're asking in the chat.
That'd be an asshole move, right?
Oh, that's where the line. Okay.
That'd be odd. You got to live in the moment.
Birdie saying she gets dietary restrictions and riff on that for the refrigerator.
Also, she cleans like under the sink faucet in case she thinks Mary Poppins is going to come by and judge the house. So that's different. She's above and beyond is the way I understand it.
Okay, how about this? Ryan V is saying, Keith and Hamda, if you're staying at a friend's place and they leave you home alone because they had to do something without you, how long before you start snooping?
Never.
I don't even want to know the things that you don't want me to know.
If it's on a shelf, I look through it. I might take a book off a shelf or something like that and look at it.
Sure,
better.
That's on a shelf. That's like look at this.
Yeah.
No,
I don't open drawers or anything.
No, I used to open people's like in the bathroom. I used to open their cabinet in there, but I don't even like to do that. I don't even want to know. I don't know. No, thanks. Make conversation if you want me to know about any medications you're taking. Happy to know, happy to not know.
And then I feel like I got to, now I'm invested in your disease. I'm like,
right.
Did you take your foot cream today?
But like, you didn't tell me you had cancer. I don't, is there something I should know?
Are you holding it for a friend? I don't know the story.
Yeah.
No.
Do you count your Vicodins? I don't know.
But with that said, I do hide. In an old Vicodin bottle, I put stool softener, and I put that in my cabinet in case anybody wants to snoop and take.
That's lovely. That's such friends you're inviting over. Keith is like a cat in terms of a house guest, and we all think he's a dog.
Yes. That's what it is. But I don't scratch you.
But you still got to be walked. That's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you need attention sometimes. I mean, goodness.
Well, I hope those are good. I mean, let us know if you agree with the hosting terms and the visiting terms.
I mean, if you have rules where, like, with you and your friends, where it's understood, somebody started it wrong and now you're stuck and you have to stock the fridge and guess on I can make whatever I want without nuts, then that's the way you live. To me, that'd be too much. Part of me likes the idea that I paid for all the dinners with Ken. Because come to New York, we'll do whatever you want. Go ahead, pick it. Done.
There's no
Broadway?
way.
Broadway first fucking class. Let's go.
You're never going to just stand there and let him pay.
I know.
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, well. Here's a letter over here. Subject, am I crazy to be mad at this? My wife and I have been together 13 years.
Yes, you should be mad. Just kidding.
Why wouldn't you be? Nothing came up in 13 years. We make a comfortable living and do fun things like dinners out, vacations, etc. I bring this up because she doesn't want me to go on a specific upcoming vacation. My longtime friend is getting married. To me, she's jealous. My longtime friend is getting married. A group of us have known each other since high school and are planning his bachelor party in Vegas. He wanted it there. Here's some statistics. I'm 44 years old. Yes, everyone else will be cheating on their wives.
Oh, my God. What? Wait, these are the statistics?
You know your friends.
Oh, my God.
Then writes, no, I do not cheat.
Okay.
Yes, I want to drink too much for the weekend and throw up if I need to.
Okay.
We have the money for it. This is more about her not wanting me to hang out with the guys as a bad influence.